afternoon to you, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don with you in the Southern Union State Community College Severe Weather Center as we are watching some very heavy rainfall move into West Alabama out of eastern Mississippi. And that is of significance this afternoon because we have a couple of big ball games over in West Alabama, one tonight and then one again tomorrow afternoon. Both of these ball games are in Tuscaloosa. And so we are going to spend just a few minutes talking about this weather. I'm afraid that it is going to affect one of the two big ball games, and I'm afraid it's going to be that one that's going to be played tonight. Looks like things are going to be pretty good in Tuscaloosa for Saturday, but tonight, yeah, not so much. So you see what's happening right there. This is the live Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar. It's valid as of 4:01 this afternoon, and you can see some really heavy rainfall there moving out of Philadelphia, Mississippi into West Alabama. I'm going to go ahead and take you in close on Tuscaloosa and show you where the ball game is going to be taking place tonight. The Handley Tigers playing in round 4 of the Alabama High School Athletic Association playoffs, the semifinals being played tonight over in Tuscaloosa. And the game's going to be played right here at Freedom Field. That is going to be just north of I-20, I-59, just to the east of downtown Tuscaloosa. We're very, very close to the campus of the University of Alabama. And as you can see, and I'm going to take it to the last loop and pause it right there, we have some light rain showing up at the stadium right now, though that may not be making it to the ground just yet. But if you look off over here to the west and to the southwest, you see an area of very heavy rainfall there just north of I-59, just to the southwest of Tuscaloosa. That is moving off to the northeast, so that will move over Freedom Field here in the next 30 minutes or so. And then if we back out, you can see there's a lot of heavy rain out there. Now, here's the caveat, and, well, not necessarily the caveat, but the good news for our crew that's standing by over there in Tuscaloosa. If you'll notice, the heaviest of the rain is moving to the south of Tuscaloosa. And while it is moving off, the individual cells are moving northeast, the system as a whole is moving to the east. So I'm telling you that to say this: I think the heaviest of the rain will stay south of I-20. It's going to continue on over to places like Thomasville, over to around Selma, maybe Brent, eventually getting into the I-65 corridor from Alabaster down to Clanton and Montgomery. So I'm thinking the heaviest rain right now appears to be staying south of Tuscaloosa. Now, if you'll look back to the west, back into Mississippi, we do have several areas of moderate rain. That's the yellow, scattered out all the way back over to almost to the Mississippi River. So this on and off shower thing is going to continue for several more hours, and I do think we will see rainfall during the ball game. But the copious rain, the massive amounts of rainfall, the rain where you start gathering the little animals up in pairs, I think will stay south of Tuscaloosa, with the exception of what's about to come through there right now. And back over here, this second little wave, the extreme northern edge of it may catch Tuscaloosa in the next hour or so, but by the time we kick off, I'm thinking that we will be in the light to occasional moderate showers. The lightning that we have seen this afternoon so far has been down to the south of Tuscaloosa. Places like Demopolis, Thomaston, down there around Thomasville, and then down there north of Chatham, down there in Washington County. That's where the thunder and lightning's taking place. Have not seen any strikes up here in Tuscaloosa County over the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. So right now, I don't see a danger of thunder and lightning being an issue for the ball game. And I'm thinking the heaviest of the rain will be cleared out of Tuscaloosa County by the time we kick off, because we're still 3 hours. 2 hours and 55 minutes away from kickoff over here in Tuscaloosa. So we got plenty of time for the heaviest of the rain to get on out of the area. Now, I'm going to zoom on out and show you the entire southeastern United States. You see that this system stretches all the way back down to New Orleans. There's a lot of rain out there, but again, understand the system as a whole is moving east. So this stuff down here around Hattiesburg and on down to around Lafayette and on down into eastern portions of Texas, all of this should stay south of Tuscaloosa. Now you folks from about Chilton County in Alabama south, across central and south Alabama, you got several rounds of showers and thunderstorms to go. But now as we lose the heating of the day, this stuff will start calming down also. So this won't be a complete washout for central or south Alabama either. But up here in Tuscaloosa, and it's maybe this is a good sign for our Handley Tigers. You see there's a break in the action from Tuscaloosa all the way up to around Tupelo. Then we get some heavier storms up there in northern Mississippi, and that's moving off to the east-northeast, so that won't affect Tuscaloosa. And again, Tuscaloosa is just catching the very northern fringes of this area of showers and thunderstorms that's moving off to the east-northeast this afternoon. Will it rain at the ball game tonight? Yes, it will. Are we flirting with any problems with a lightning delay? We can't completely rule that out, but right now it doesn't look likely. And I don't think we're going to see extremely heavy rainfall while the game is underway as well. It says Zeta update because I didn't change the title. I'm sorry about that. We'll get that changed before we do another one. But this is not a Zeta update or a Zeta update. This is a Friday afternoon on November 27th, 2020 update for the Handley Tigers playing over in West Alabama. And round 4 of the Alabama High School Athletic Association playoffs this evening. So that is what we're looking at. And I wanted to show you one other thing. This is the Southern Union State Community College Futurecast radar, and this is starting at 6 p.m. There's 7 o'clock. You see just light rain over the city of Tuscaloosa. And then we're going to take it out to 8 p.m., maybe a few heavier showers moving in by around 8 p.m. Again, this is a model forecast, so placement is not exact. Here's 9 p.m. We should be getting close to the end of the ball game by this time, maybe some heavier showers in the area. And then by 10 p.m., the heavy rain should be moving out. We're going to zoom this out just a little bit and show you the overall picture. And again, this could be just a little bit south of Tuscaloosa, and the way the trend looks right now on radar, that's what I would expect. I would expect the heaviest of this to be just a little bit south of Tuscaloosa. But there we go with the loop again. This is looking from 6 p.m. through 10 p.m. tonight across West Alabama. You see you folks over there in East Alabama, just some light rain, maybe some heavier showers after 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, maybe toward midnight. Some of this stuff may be moving into East Alabama. I know there are other games being played around the state, no more important than the one that we're talking about, to us anyway. But I've already had questions from folks who are going to be up in Gadsden at ball games, and I think you're okay up there in Gadsden. You're going to have some rain, but it's probably going to be closer to halftime before you see any of this rain show up there in North Alabama. So, all right, let's look at one other thing I wanted to show you. The forecast for Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa for tomorrow's Iron Bowl clash between the Tigers and the Tide. 2:30 start on CBS. Should be partly sunny by tomorrow afternoon in Tuscaloosa. High temperature of 65. Can't ask for much better weather than that. And then as the game plays on into the fourth quarter, we should be mostly cloudy and low temperature around 49. But I think now it appears the Auburn-Alabama game will get to play without any weather woes. We already have the COVID issues. The last thing we needed was weather on top of it, and there for a while it did look like we were going to have some weather problems. But I think now the showers and thunderstorms will be long gone by the time Alabama and Auburn kick off tomorrow afternoon in Tuscaloosa at Bryant-Denny Stadium. So no problems with the weather forecast. All right, so back to the live radar. You can see in the on the left-hand side of your screen there, just below the Southern Union logo, we have no weather watches or warnings in effect anywhere in the state of Alabama. This line of showers and thunderstorms has been strong from time to time, but for the most part, these storms have behaved. I'm going to take you back in real close on Tuscaloosa. You can see that we do have one little cell there about to move in to the area where the stadium is. That is Freedom Field right there. If you look over there on the right-hand side of the screen, where my cursor is, that's where the stadium is located, where Handley will be playing tonight. So we do have this one cell over here to the southwest of Tuscaloosa that is about to move in to that area. So it's gonna rain. It's gonna be ominous looking here for another hour or so, and then it'll let out. Question there from Alan wanting to know what time will this move into Randolph County? Probably after 10 p.m., closer to midnight. So you folks over in Randolph County will be fine until then. Certainly could see a scattered shower or two throughout the evening, but nothing significant until after 10 p.m., probably closer to midnight. And even then, it's not going to be significant because this line is going to be weakening as it moves across the state of Alabama. So we're not anticipating any severe weather here at all. Currently 64 degrees in Tuscaloosa. The wind is calm at the moment, but it'll probably pick up out of the southwest here in the next few minutes or so. Dew point's currently 61 degrees. Humidity is 88%. Just looking at some live numbers coming out of Tuscaloosa right now. I know that a ton of you did not get tickets to go to the ball game because they only gave 300 tickets to both teams that are going to be playing tonight, and so I know that there are going to be a ton of you that's going to be watching this ball game on the iSchool Sports Network. And just bear with me, I'm changing some things here in the background. I'm going to take you and walk you through the process of how to watch tonight's ball game. Handley will be playing American Christian at Freedom Field. You see that marked there on the radar. We're going to be watching this throughout the rest of the afternoon and tonight, and we will be providing updates to the iSchool Sports Network folks, and of course we'll break in and give you the live updates here if need be. I don't think that's going to be necessary. The Tigers and the Patriots will kick off tonight at 7 p.m., and you can watch this on the iSchool Sports Network. Let me get over there and just kind of take you over there to that, and let's see if I can pull that in right quick where you can see it. Okay, here we go. So if you go to iSchoolSportsNetwork.com, I have posted that link several times this afternoon. I'll post it again when we finish this live video. But if you go to iSchoolSportsNetwork.com, you'll come to this page. And you will see the very first block there will be Handley Tiger football. And now that's the only one that you're going to see any buttons below, because the rest of the teams, nobody else is playing tonight other than the Handley Tigers. Everybody else is out. Handley's the only team in the county that's left playing. So you'll have an option there for audio, and you'll have an option for video. Now, if you're going to be driving down the road, or if you're going to be doing something that requires your attention, such as safe driving, we encourage you to click on the audio and listen to that. That is free of charge, doesn't cost you a dime. You can Bluetooth your phone to your car radio, and you can just ride around Australia listening to Handley Tiger football, and you'll never know the difference. It's just like sitting there in the stadium. But if you want to watch the video, if you're going to be at home, you want to watch this thing, let me encourage you to do a couple of things. You got plenty of time. If you have a smart TV that allows you to surf the internet, and if you can get to iSchoolSportsNetwork.com on your smart TV, then you're all set. Just click on that video, follow the instructions, because this is a little bit different from regular season. Regular season, we stream the video through the iSchool Sports servers. Well, playoffs are controlled by the Alabama High School Athletic Association, and they have a contract with NFHS. Which means that any live audio and video during the playoffs has to go through the NFHS server. So things are going to look a little different from what they look during regular season. So anyway, when you click on the video, now I've already subscribed, so mine's going to look a little bit different. So when I click on mine, it tells me that I've got 2 hours and 43 minutes and 19 some odd seconds before the feed goes live. But if you have not subscribed before, when you click on that, then you're going to be given the option to subscribe. Now, I think it's, excuse me, I think it's like $10.99, I think, to subscribe to the feed. And I'm sorry, I'm doing several things here at the same time. I think it's $10.99 to subscribe to NFHS, and that's for a month. So if you do that, I guess that if you do that and the Tigers win tonight and then move forward, then you would be able to watch the state championship game next week, which if Handley does win tonight, then they'll play at 10 o'clock next Friday morning at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. So anyway, so once you subscribe, then you'll have an option of watching the different feeds that are being provided by the different sources. Of course, we want you to watch the Handley High School feed from the iSchool Sports Network. The iSchool Sports Network is the official broadcast crew for Handley High School Athletics. So we invite you to watch I want you to watch the iSchool Sports Network feed. That'll be the very first choice on your left at the bottom once you get your subscription done. And then that's all you do. You click on it and you watch it. Now, if you don't have a smart television that allows you to go out there and surf the internet, then get that laptop out. And there are several different ways you can do this. But we want you to get the laptop out and HDMI cable from your laptop to your television. Now your television screen is an extension of your laptop screen. And Adam, see, this is normally reversed. Normally, I'm pestering Adam while he's trying to call a ball game. Now I'm live on Facebook, and he's obviously watching this, and he's providing some inside information. So anyway, HDMI your laptop to your television. Now your television becomes an extension of your laptop, and whatever you've got on your laptop, you'll see on your television screen. I got to tell you something, people, and I'm not saying this just because I'm a little bit involved with the iSchool Sports Network. This is the truth. Now, it is top-notch quality. It is well worth the fee that you have to pay to watch this. It's cheaper than going to the ball game by far. And so none of you got tickets to go to this one anyway, and it's on the other side of the state of Alabama, so you got to watch it tonight. And you got time to go get that HDMI cable if you don't have one and get your television hooked up. It is well worth the effort because it is high resolution. It is ESPN quality, and that is the truth. Now, if you can't do all of that, if you can cast from your phone to your television, that's another option. You'll just go to the iSchoolSportsNetwork.com on your phone and then cast your signal from your phone to your television. You can watch it that way as well. Get it on that TV. I'm just telling you. You need to do that. All right. So do that and watch the Handley Tigers on your television tonight. I'm going to look over here in the chat room, see if there's any questions going on. Another question, why does it say Zeta at the top of the page? That's because the last time I went live, it was during Hurricane Zeta, and I just forgot to change it, that's all. Yes, that was the hurricane several weeks ago. Let's see. Let me see if I can change that right quick. Well, if I do, I may knock something off. So let's just don't fool with that right this second. I'll get it changed. Sorry about that, folks. I know it's confusing. Let's see. Well, Chance, I hear you, buddy, and I wish that we could help you out with that, but here's the deal. If somebody live streams this on Facebook, they're going to get in a heap of trouble. So I'm gonna have to, and I know you don't quite understand how all this works, and so I'm just going to try to explain it to you. The schools get the fees they split up among the schools, the fee for the broadcast rights. So all of the fees that are gathered for tonight's broadcast goes back to the schools. It's to help the schools offset the funding that they're losing because of COVID-19, and they can't put enough people in the stands. And so if someone does take this feed and rebroadcast it on Facebook, they're going to be breaking all kind of rules and regulations. So I would humbly ask that no one do that, because you run the risk of copyright infringements, and don't want to go there. So please don't do that. Best thing to do if you're in a situation where you can't pay for it, or you just don't have the equipment to watch it, find somebody who does, and grab you some popcorn and some Coca-Colas and go on over to the house and hang out with them. Can certainly do that. But don't rebroadcast it on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere like that, because that would be breaking all kind of rules and regulations. Okay, so let's go back over to our Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. And again, that is Tuscaloosa, the stadium where the Tigers and the Patriots are going to be playing tonight. Is just to the east of downtown Tuscaloosa. Let me go back to it. All right, it's right there where it says Freedom Field. Right there. It should just be some light rain right now, nothing significant. Let me put this in motion. Make sure we catch the latest loop. Okay, so that's good news. You see there on the latest update that red has gone away. So now all we've got is just some yellow about to move over Freedom Field, and that's some rain, but it's not very heavy rainfall. So and it's broken. It's a broken shower. So we zoom back out, and again, the heaviest of it is staying south of I-20. That is good news for our broadcast crew over there. You will have some rain there at the stadium, but the absolute heaviest is staying south of I-20, and it's going to affect places like Greensboro, Marion, eventually up there at Centerville Brent in Bibb County, Jemison, Montevallo, Clanton, Billingsley. Going to get the heavy stuff. Right now, it looks like up there just north of I-20 right there at Tuscaloosa, we're going to be looking at periods of light to occasional moderate showers for the next couple of hours. And then we may just go back to some light rain, maybe even just some drizzle by the time we kick off at 7 p.m. But now that rain threat is going to continue throughout most of the football game. So we'll watch this very closely and keep everybody updated as we go throughout the afternoon. Just wanted to jump in here right quick and give you a quick update on what we are seeing. There is some very heavy stuff down there in southern Mississippi, Louisiana, and back into Texas, but all of that's going to stay well south of the Tuscaloosa area. We do have one thunderstorm down here in southwest Alabama that we're going to have to keep a close eye on. Down there around Camden. That has taken on a kind of an interesting look. The Weather Service has not issued anything on it, and it is below severe limits right now, but it's running out ahead of the main line of thunderstorms, and it's beginning to kind of take on an interesting look there, so we're going to pay attention to that. But that's not going to affect things up in Tuscaloosa. That'll stay well south of Tuscaloosa. All right, so let's look, see if there's any other questions or comments here. I'm going to take you back over to the iSchool Sports Network website one more quick time in case you missed it just a few moments ago, if you're just joining us, so I can show you how to watch and listen to the Handley broadcast of tonight's football game. It's very easy to do. Get you back over there. All right, so all you have to do is go to your browser and go to iSchoolSportsNetwork.com. And then this is the page that you are going to see. Let me see. Hang on one second. Let me do something here. Yeah, now get that radar off there so you can see a little better. All right, so this is what the page looks like during regular football season. You'll see a link there to all of the schools in the county plus Southern Union. Obviously, nobody else is playing tonight, so the only options you're going to have is going to be for the Handley Tiger football. And there you'll see a link that says video, one that says audio. If you have a situation that you're in tonight that you can't watch the video, you're going to be doing something that you have to pay attention to what you're doing, then we encourage you to listen to the audio. It's good. But if you're where you can watch it, then by all means click on the video. If you have not watched any of the playoff games so far, then once you click on that the video button, you'll have to go in and sign up through NFHS. Once you get set up with NFHS, then you're going to be given, and I've already signed up, so my screen looks a little bit different if you've never signed up. But once you get signed up, you're going to have an option of which feed you want to watch. The very first one is the feed from the iSchool Sports Network, which is the official Handley High School broadcast crew. Handley High School, the Roanoke City School System recognizes iSchool Sports Network as their official flag station, so that is the first one there on the left, and that's the one you're going to want to click on and watch their video feed. You will be blown away at the quality. It is fantastic. So do that, then you can watch the ball game tonight. Again, I encourage you to hook it up to your big screen TV. Get that thing in full resolution, and man, you will be impressed with the quality, and it's just like sitting at the stadium. So you got all kind of time to get that arranged before we kick off at 7 p.m. Now, the audio will go live this afternoon. I think, what'd you tell me, Adam? 6? Yeah, let me see here. They're probably setting up right now, so you can just start checking it around 6 o'clock. I think the video's going hot at 6:30, but the video goes live a little bit after the audio, and then just if you click on it and it says, if you click on it and you see this, then that'll tell you how much time you've got until the video goes live. You can go in and subscribe to watch now. You see that little button right there? And you can do that now. And then just come back and start checking it, and it'll tell you what time the feed is going to go live. And we are going to pull the Handley Tigers through. If they make it through tonight's ball game, Then next Friday morning at 10 a.m., they will play for the state championship at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. Yeah, Maurice, you're correct about that, buddy. I mean, I'm not biased. I mean, I am biased. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm biased. But you're telling the truth. That is my unbiased opinion of the iSchool Sports Network. These guys do a great job. You know, this whole thing, some great guys put this thing together. Al Haynes and Adam Slay, Wes Kinsey, that whole bunch. They've just done a fantastic job with this. I can remember back in the day when I was still in Randolph County, as a matter of fact. Al Haynes, he and I had this discussion one day about doing something like this, and that was back when internet had just really started taking off, and we were just chewing over the possibilities of what could be someday. And Al and Wes kind of got together and made it happen, and then Adam got involved in it, and of course we lost Wes, but they have done a fantastic job with all of this. And I remember last summer, it was in March when all this COVID mess started. Adam called me and he said, well, I'm thinking about doing something. I'm like, oh, geez, what? Yeah, I'm thinking about doing video. I think we're going to have to. I think COVID's going to put us in a situation where we're going to have to do live video. I agree 100%. So a lot of work has gone into this. I mean, a tremendous amount of work has gone into this. So, and they don't take a dime from the video side. I mean, they don't. And that's the impressive part about this. They're putting a top-notch quality product out there and not taking a dime of the video money. They're giving every bit of it back to the school. And they should be applauded for that, because it costs money. I mean, when you start adding video, you're at least doubling your crew, and probably more so than that. And not to even mention the equipment that's involved in it. And it's time. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of hard work to make all of this work. There's a whole lot more to it than just throwing a camera up on a tripod and mashing a button. Some people try to do it that way, and it's horrible. But iSchool Sports Network doesn't do it that way. They put a lot of work into it. That's right, Maurice. Chance, that's right. The audio is free. Let me go back to the audio button. The audio has always been free and always will be free. Right there, on the home page of the iSchool Sports Network, under the Handley banner, you see video and then you see audio. If you click on that audio button, that will not cost you a dime, and you can listen to the entire ball game, and it's entertaining. But if you want to watch the live stream from Tuscaloosa, you click on the video, and then you sign up through NFHS, and I believe it's $10.99. But that's not just per game. I think that will cover you for the month. Of course, we don't have but one more series of games to go, and that's next week for the state championship games at Bryant-Denny. And I don't know if they're doing a different package for that or not. They may be, so that what I'm telling you may not be 100% correct. But during regular playoff games or during the regular season, some broadcast crews stream through NFHS throughout the entire year and take advantage of their servers. iSchool Sports doesn't do that. They have their own set of servers, and their quality is just phenomenal, people. You got to see this. If you haven't seen it, you really owe it to yourself to sign up and watch tonight's ball game, because it's just incredible. I don't like to say that around Adam too much, because Adam bad about getting old big head, but I'm not shooting you a song and dance or blowing smoke. I'm telling you, the quality is incredible. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to back out of here now. I've got to go get ready to do the weather forecast for the iSchool Sports Network crew. That will air right after the Coach Larry Strange show. The Larry Strange show is on top of their broadcast list, and then right after that, my weather forecast. And then after the weather forecast, Adam and Chris will start their pregame commentary live from Freedom Stadium, or Freedom Field, I guess it must be, in Tuscaloosa. And then we'll get this dance underway about 7 o'clock tonight. And there's one last look at the radar. I'm going to put this in motion so you can kind of get an idea of which way this is moving. Again, it appears that the heaviest rain is staying south of I-20, moving off to the east-northeast, though there will be some rain showers at the stadium. The stadium is right there under the L in Tuscaloosa is where the stadium's located. It should be raining there pretty good now. But if we take it to the last loop and stop it, and the stadium is right there under the L, then you can see that really all we have to go across the stadium now is going to be maybe an hour and a half of yellow, and then we get into the green. Well, the green is very light. May even be just drizzle from time to time. And then back down there around Jackson, Mississippi, back up to Canton, just west of Philadelphia, some heavier showers that may move through Tuscaloosa in a couple of hours. So, maybe close to kickoff, we could have a moderate shower in the area. But then if you look on down a little bit further to the southwest, the back edge of this stuff is already clearing Monroe and down to Centerville. So about 3 hours probably. The back end of this stuff will come through Tuscaloosa, and that may be as we start the fourth quarter or so. So there you go, folks. That's the latest update information on the weather over in Tuscaloosa for tonight's ball game, and then for the Auburn-Alabama game tomorrow. All looks fine. Near perfect day in Tuscaloosa for the Iron Bowl clash between the Tigers and the Tide, which starts at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon on CBS. So lots of football to go tonight and again tomorrow. Now, I'll be back in here with you, and we'll have a primetime forecast for you coming up pretty quick. I took the day off yesterday, hung out with the kids and the grandkids, and so I'm a little bit behind, but I'm back in the studio now, and we'll be watching the weather for Tuscaloosa throughout the rest of this afternoon and tonight. I'll have the Gamecast forecast for you on the iSchool Sports Network just before kickoff of tonight's game between the Handley Tigers and the American Christian Patriots over in Tuscaloosa. And then we'll have a primetime forecast on the way for you as well. So y'all enjoy your Friday night, enjoy the ball game, and we'll talk again real soon on Dr. Don's Weather Page.